we're not in competition with one another. Welders, brothers, we're not. We both can get there, but we can get there faster if we network together. That's just the truth. I mean, I have noticed in my personal life, especially, I really paid attention to it, especially over the last year, how once you're driven and you got a real strong focus and your head strong, you can intimidate another man that's not headstrong as you and don't, you got men that say, yeah, this is what I am. But when it get time to get tested, that ain't really who they are. And if that's who you are, you can intimidate them like they don't want to be around you because you might expose them for not being who they say they are. You know what I mean? So they'll even avoid you or they'll be intimidated by you from another standpoint. People use their insecurities to make some bad decisions about people they should network with that they might be insecure. Oh no, he might, and then you come to find out like, oh shit, because I didn't did it before. That's why I don't judge people because I didn't did it before. So don't look at the image of the person that's giving you the message. If you need the message, forget what they look like. Close your eyes. Listen to the message. You see what I'm saying? Because we can get there together. But we are not in no competition. I swear there's enough money, gold, jewelry, cars, homes, trips for all of us to have. You know what I mean? We don't have to fight over that shit. Like for real. Like, you know, I realize more about life now, now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to reflect more on the things that I enjoyed as a kid, the things that I enjoyed to do. Those are things that I'm enjoying to do now. I got grandbabies now, and I can't wait to actually start spending more time with them. You know what I mean? So to me, that's important because I remember how important it was when my mom and them was struggling. My dad and my mom was trying to figure it out. My grandfather came through and he was the one who gave me my infrastructure of who I am, who Black Phoenix is. My grandfather taught me how to pray. My grandfather taught me how to drive. My grandfather taught me my first skill, my first physical skill that I've used to make money, and that was cutting hair. Because my grandfather was a barber. He taught me how to cut hair. By the time I was and this is not exaggerating, man, by the time I was in the fifth and sixth grade, I was cutting people's hair, getting $5 to $3, whatever it was. I was making money. I had parents paying me to come cut their kids' hair, and I did good. It's like, oh yeah, send Joe over here. I used to go over my homie's house with my little bag. That was my hustle. I learned that was a skill that he taught me to always feed myself. Then I learned how to work on bikes. I mean, he taught me. Um, he gave me my love for women. You know what I mean? It's crazy because everybody got their good and bad flaws. But since I'm here talking about my grandfather right now, I'm gonna share a story with y'all that's gonna probably crack you up. So when my mom them sent me from Denver because we had moved to Denver, I was born in Little Rock and I was being raised in Denver, Denver and Southeast. But my mom them migrated to Denver and things got tough for them. They went through some things, and so they sent me back down because my grandfather said, "Hey, send me little Joe while y'all figure it out." And and they were like, "All right, all right, all right." So that's what they did, and I come down and stay with my grandfather. Well, I remember I was in the kindergarten or first grade. I think I was in kindergarten. Yeah, I think I was in kindergarten, first grade, but I remember this like vividly. So the first day of school, my grandfather, he was the old man in the community, had a car, so he wanted, me to, then I had to catch the bus. He was gonna come pick me up, in the line. So he came up there and I heard him, yeah, hey, little Joe. And I ran to the car, my little backpack. I jumped in the seat, put the seatbelt on, and we got to moving off. And he said, "Grandson, how was your day?" I said, "Granddad, I had a good time." He said, "You meeting the girls today?" I said, "Yeah, Granddaddy, I met two." And he was like, "Two?" I remember he stopped the car. And I kind of spooked me, I'm young. I'm like, "What's going on?" I ain't know, hit something, I don't know. I stopped like, he was like, "Grandson, only two?" Oh, grandson, you got to do better than that. That's what my granddaddy told me. So, as you see, he messed me up when it came to women coming up. I mean, he taught me how to take care of home. You know what I mean? So he was the one of them older gentlemen that say, "You take care of home. You know, your wife, whoever you got beside you, your struggle, you take care of home. But ain't nothing wrong with having you 2, 3 girls on the side." That was my grandfather, man. To the day he died, I love him to death. You know, like I say, everybody got their good and bad things. And when it came to, women, that was his thing. You know what I mean? So, and for a while, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, that was my flaw. You know what I mean? So, I had issues too. You know what I mean? Just not pretty much just not really wanting to maintain a relationship. I just wanted to be free, mess with whoever I wanted to mess with, be who, I did that for a while, you know what I mean? So, I just think that when you growing, we all go through phases in life, you grow and you don't want to say that, oh, I'm being real, I'm staying this certain way. You want to grow, you want to learn, you want to evolve, you know what I mean? So I feel that we can get further if we stick together, if we share our stories, if we create memories, if we build a structure together. But we don't have to be in competition. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good game, a lot of good wisdom out here that can take us to the next level. We just got to be willing to work with one another. You know what I'm saying? And set our pride, set the ego and all that stuff, to the side. And let's just talk, let's just hold a dialogue, you know what I mean? And figure out what we need to do. But don't approach the situation by what you being used to being taught, what someone told you. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, this is a whole new thing, and it's unorthodox, and it's going to take you to think outside the box to reach to where you want to get to. So keep that in mind, because if you're thinking about the system, you would try to cause contention and strife within the movement, because you're like, okay, do it like this. Oh no, they said this. Well, go over here and go get a job and go work for them. We being independent. We finna start some companies. We finna get some financial freedom going on. We like, fuck a job. That's what we like. You know what I'm saying? We gonna create our own jobs. You know what I mean? So if you want that, that's fine. But over here on this side, we get into the bag, man. So, you know what I mean? And we know it's enough for all of us to have a good time with it. Hold on.